now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, a.k.a. BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Listen.
Cheetah. Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Smack with Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
All that and some more. Google Gang, what it do? Facts over feelings. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. We still 7C riding and rolling, rocking. I don't know what's up with this title. Caught my eye. I don't know what to expect, but it says Suge Knight begs Diddy to snitch. I'm like, huh? But then it's like, we heard Suge, like, tongue get looser, and looser lately. I don't understand. I guess he's just, I don't know, bro. It seems like people are reacting to the Suge Knight content without really acknowledging, recognizing, realizing he's talking too much, saying too much. At this point, it's just entertainment. I don't know, but this title definitely caught my eye. So with no further ado, let's see what Suge Knight has been up to.
Suge Knight spoke on Diddy and what he felt like Diddy should do. And he's been doing interviews and he's been mentioned, I think they said 40 times, over 40 times during this case for whatever reason. And Suge is in jail right now for a 28-year sentence on a voluntary manslaughter from a 2015 incident. So he's calling home from prison and he's speaking on this Diddy situation. Obviously, him being brought up a lot in this case, he's going to speak out about it. And I think he has a podcast as well, if I'm not mistaken. So on the phone, Suge Knight said that if Combs is the only,
shout out to Will Evans, the urban legend. This is who it is who's doing this reaction.
Only one held accountable for the alleged violence and abuse inside of the world of rap, it won't break the cycle. He said, this is a quote from Suge. He said, if you're going to make Puffy answer, make everyone else answer. Do you guys agree with that? He said, if you're going to make Diddy answer, make everybody else answer. Suge Knight said that, referring to those who benefited from a system of trading sexual favors for advancement or enabled the kind of behavior in which Diddy is accused of. This is a quote from Suge again. Said, quote, change the theme of the culture of the problems in hip hop. He said,
it's like, to me, a sense of delusion to think that there's a culture within hip hop that has problems that can be changed and affected. And nah, man, this is an industry. This is not a culture. That culture shit is over with. This thing went corporate a long time ago. This is not a community. It is an industry. People need to realize that, accept it, and deal with it accordingly.
Suge Knight said, repeatedly referring to Combs by his earlier street names, Puff or Puffy. He said, quote, I think it'd be the great thing to let Puffy tell the truth, and bring everybody accountable, Suge said. He said, long before federal authorities charged Combs for alleged
just imagine the Suge Knight of old. You would have never imagined him talking about bring people to accountability. We're talking about criminal activity, bro. What do you mean? Bring them to accountability. Hey, say misery loves company, and you'll see that shit played out in real form. The guy who before got that 28 years would never get on camera and say, oh, we need to find out who else is guilty of these crimes and bring him to jail. Now has no problem saying it. Yeah, he took that 28 and, you know, I seen shit, bro, with my own eyes through a jailhouse tablet camera. And the person I was talking to, they was on the top tier. Cuz was like on his way up the stairs. So when my nephew turned the tablet around for me to see Suge, he never made it all the way up the stairs to come get the phone. I saw Suge holding on to that rail, walking up them stairs slow as a snail. I know he want to get the fuck up out of jail, hate living in that cell. I could tell my name is Spider Low, but it's really Norvell. And being in that prison is the closest thing to hell. Oh, my mama.
Trafficking, and this is the article. Long before federal authorities charged Combs for trafficking and racketeering in connection with the lifestyle allegedly forced, these sessions called freak-offs, Suge Knight claimed there had been long rumors about Combs's weird sex life back in the 90s and 2000s. He said, quote, this is Suge. Suge said, quote, everybody knew that Puffy didn't just pop in the industry and say, hey, I want to have sex with everybody. He said, quote, I mean, we don't have enough time to name all the names that are involved. So
it's like he don't realize Puffy is not going to trial for having a lot of sex. People was missing what the FBI is alleging. But yeah, he's Suge. He's not in jail for having a lot of sex, sir.
Suge say it's not just Diddy. I think we all know that, right? Let's see what you guys saying in the poll in the chat. The poll in the chat, and 81% of people saying yes, Diddy should snitch on everybody right now. And there was a lot of people saying, Clive Davis and he was sleeping with Andre Harrell and all these different things. So a lot of people feel this way. I don't believe Diddy is the only one either. I think you guys we all have the common sense of knowing somebody had to train Diddy to be this way. And you don't just pop up and start thinking you can get away with stuff like this, right?
I definitely don't agree with that. One man's proclivities are his proclivities. One man gains access to excess and his proclivities come forward. I believe there are a lot of people with access to excess and they do not behave out of control and get out of hand, such as Diddy. Oh, my mama. I don't believe he had to have learned this. I believe these are, he may have though, but I don't think it's a forgiving or definite that he had to have learned this from others.
Like, in order for you to do this for 30 years, you have to have some type of security to know that, man, I'm not the only one doing this. Nobody ever been to jail for it before.
I don't know if anyone else has ever been to jail before, probably not on his level of public notoriety. However, I mean, outside of R. Kelly, but the ball was already rolling at that point. They basically trying to allege that there are a lot of his white counterparts and constituents that get out like this that are not in trouble. But where are the victims hollering and screaming? I think any one victim who went through anything such as what Diddy is being charged with any celebrity could get some motion going if they have gone through any of these type of things. The victims perhaps are not saying anything. Where is these people's Cassie? It's not the system shutting up the Cassies. Point it out. We can't go to that every time. This is an individual who chose to behave in a certain fashion, and he's dealing with the ramifications of those decisions in real time. That's what we're watching.
Gotta be something there. It can't just be you just woke up and just decided this is what I'm going to do. And I've never seen this before. I've never done it before, but I just started, no, somebody gave him the game. He, he soaked it. He soaked it up and he ran with it. I think Suge is right when it comes to that. Suge said, I mean, we don't have the time to name all the names that are doing the same things Diddy is doing. Combs' alleged use of fear and force, this is the article, to get whatever he wanted has been a frequent theme in this criminal case, far beyond the favors, the sexual favors. The prosecution of Combs hinges on the core accusation that Combs used coercion and force to get what he wanted. Suge got brought up in this case because Diddy's former assistant, who was also an employee of Suge Knight's previously, Diddy threatened to kill the lady or something like that. She testified to that. And, that's kind of how Suge got caught up in this. And so Suge spoke on that woman. He said, I feel bad for Capricorn. He said she was a young woman who wanted to work hard and become successful in this world. She did great things for Puffy. Anything he needed, she got it. Anything he wanted, if she didn't have it, she made it happen. Suge said, a lot of people might say, well, Capricorn could have done anything else she wanted to do. She did try. If you go get a job at Universal and Puffy makes a phone call, you're not getting that job. That's a good point by Suge. I ain't think about that.
It's an awesome point. However, how does Suge, who claims that Puffy needs to be let free, think this is going to help at all? I don't think Suge is thinking on like a streamline. I think his thoughts are going different ways. Age, experience, conditions. He may be going through some things in real time. We might be witnessing him losing the demand or the command of his faculties, y'all. Because he's sweeping down Puffy needs to be let out. But he's saying things that definitely do not aid in that potentially happening. And he has a very loud voice.
But that is a good point. People forget the power. Like, Diddy is not a broke dude. This Diddy is a billionaire, influential, made hits. He can't just make a call, hey, don't hire her. And they go, okay. So Suge said that in the quote. A lot of people saying that these people could do whatever they wanted or work somewhere else. But if Puffy makes the call, and if you want to go get a job at another company and Puffy makes a phone call, you're not getting that job. If you get a job at a counter agency or in the movie business and Puff makes that phone call, your career is over. That's what Suge Knight said. That's the quote. He recalled Clark telling him that she'd been warned by.
All that like plays into the elements of this RICO case of Puffy using his influence, his power to manipulate people's actions, bro. I don't know why he's trying to clarify that at a time like this if he thinks Puffy should be let out.
Other record executives to not tell on Puffy. So Suge said that the employees that Diddy has working for him or had working for him that are snitching on him, that are getting on the stand, I won't even say snitching, that they're just telling the truth. They're truth tellers. They're getting on the stand and saying all these things. These are people that were behind the scenes, being threatened. So Suge said he recalled Clark telling him that she had been warned by other record executives to, quote, not tell on Puffy, and that she was allegedly paid for her silence, he said. On the witness stand, Clark recalled a meeting where she claimed she was given such a warning. She said it wasn't about job opportunities. They were there to tell me to leave Diddy alone and that this wasn't going to end well for me. The outcome of that meeting was, well, no job, but it was a warning. In response to that testimony, Suge Knight said they put a woman in a situation where she didn't have no choice but to try to be cool with these people if she's going to be in the industry.
That's exactly what the prosecution is alleging when the defense get up there and try to badger a witness about why were you still being affiliated with this dude if he was such a demon and so terrible towards you. This is the response that the prosecution gives. What Suge is saying, oh my mama.
Most gangsters don't respect you doing nothing to no women or children or old people, by the way.
Who, how, when, where, why do you feel like you can speak on the behalf of most gangsters when you say that? I don't know where America gets this disillusion that there's this honor amongst gangsters, that there's somehow have this special respect for women and children. That does not actually exist amongst the lowest level of our society where the crime is rampant, bro. That's why the pimping industry is a part of the whole structure in the game. And outside of that, you have elevations of romantic relationships. Why do you think the family structure is so destroyed in our community if even in the gangster world, people respect women and children so much? Y'all need to get that out y'all head. That's some old movie script shit somebody sold y'all that does not exist.
Like when you bullying women, children, and old people, that's typically not respected in the street. So I believe Suge is speaking from that perspective. When he say they put a woman in the situation, I can hear the tone of it.
This is a 60-something-year-old Suge talking from prison. And then he's talking to the politically correct side of what should be said in public. But if you really know what took place in these ghettos and these streets and the type of that females endure and children, you would know. Doing something to somebody you don't know, how people treat their own women and children is deplorable in a lot of cases.
I know how my old heads talk. Like, man, y'all putting a woman in a situation, ooh, that's a woman, that's a female. You feel me? So I think Suge speaking from that perspective as well, which I agree with 100%.
I'm definitely not denying that's the correct perspective and stance to take, but it's not the most common one amongst the gangsters. It might be said, but shit get hectic, scandalous, cracking, dirty, downright disgusting.
Suge went on to say, don't get me wrong, Diddy did terrible things, but he didn't just come up with these things, those stuff, or those ideas on his own.
Imagine fighting a bank robbery, and then shit to my man, first niggas that robbed the bank, that shit don't even make no sense to be saying. They robbed the bank too. They watched somebody else do it. Why y'all not arresting them? What does it, I mean, why is he saying this?
Suge said, a quote, he said, I don't feel that they should take Puffy and lock him up and throw away the key. I think he can do so much good right now. Him telling the truth about the industry.
I guess he feel like he had to say things of that nature to try to like have that cast, that same perspective cast on his current situation.
When you can pick and choose who to put on the fire pit, it's not fair. Basically, in other words,
fair? When has any of this shit been fair? We're in unfair America where the advantage is theirs and they don't care. That's information they've never been scared to share. Oh, my mama.
You know, y'all picking and choosing, but Diddy ain't the only one. Combs should tell, quote, the whole truth. This is a quote from Suge Knight. Combs should tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help him God. That way, everybody would. History would not keep repeating itself. It's a long list of people in this industry that's unhappy because of the things they were being put through. And that's the sad part about it.
Imagine Suge saying this in the years of stories and accounts and claims of Suge causing the industry to be a place for people not to be happy or satisfied with their experience. And now he's saying, oh, the industry is all bad and it's all that. But what we know of the industry, he was one of the baddest players for a long time. That's crazy, man. You need to just sit back and be quiet and do your time, Suge. You talking too much. Oh, my mama. I realized I only partially read the title of his title. It says Suge Knight begs Diddy to snitch on Hollywood. So I see what he's saying. Suge is trying to tell on all them other motherfuckers. If that's the case, you've been in the industry just as long as Diddy. If you feel like that's what needs to be done and that's honorable, you should just tell it all. I don't think they believe your story about the egg and the booty, though. Oh, my mama.
Suge Knight said he empathizes with Diddy's position. He said, I feel that people in Puffy's life going on his journey, growing up, they failed him. He said, do I think he made some mistakes? I think he repeats what he's seen. Diddy repeated what he learned. That's what Suge Knight said. He said, first thing, this is a long quote from Suge, by the way. Salute to Suge giving us this, because you got to think, Suge ain't no broke dude. Suge ain't no peon. You know what I'm saying? Suge made $300 million in the music business in the 90s. Suge was a top. They were on this, like, Suge would have been a billionaire, multi-billionaire right now. Brilliant businessman. He might have not did all the right things. Everybody don't like Suge, you know, and Suge may be a lot of things to a lot of people, but he was 300 M's up. So he did something right in business. So he's speaking from that perspective. So I like hearing what he has to say. And obviously on this channel, if you watched this channel before, we do entertainment news from the entrepreneur perspective. So when we have people talking about the business side of things, I love it because we get to see, you know, what the backstage look like with the curtains.
Play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? It ain't no I in the word team, we got us. It It ain't too much, but I promise it's gonna be enough. Knock 'em down like duck hunt. Niggas know what time we on, or you a fly ass nigga? Well, it's the no fly zone. I used to care about that bitch until she did me wrong. Ain't had a nigga like me, bitch. I was your backbone. A gang of bitches in my contacts, I'm back on. Mafia alone, Mafia strong. I put the max on, we still steppin'. Mafia love to all the troops, and we still reppin'. Nigga, blame it on my roots, no question. So if you need me, I'ma pull through. And if I had to call the game, the niggas pulling up too. Riders like Infant G and Tiny MD. Big Dub, Tiny Dub, and can't forget Big G. Baby G, Big Slim, always chunkin', Big M's. Lil Mac down my bro, can't forget about him. Active, don't play no games, we get crackin'. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get crackin'. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening? I'm a man of my word, ain't going back and forth with none of you nerds. Been on them blocks, hanging out on them curbs. This shit ain't new to me. Bang like Shaq in the paint. What they gon' do with me? These niggas try their hardest to rap. I do this shit with ease, raised by G's, like Rooster and Uncle Freeze. I was like 15, shooting dice on my knees off the porch. Hanging with bangers, fuck playing sports. But shit, we full court pressing, get them off the court. Stand up nigga, squabble and I blam triggers. Gotta prove shit to none of you niggas on my soul. I'm hands on. The homies whipped him, he was in the wrong. Shoot at us, we shoot back, I call that ping pong. Mafia strong, I can't tell you when this shit gon' end. But for the moment in time being, I'm all in, shoot 10. The homies know I'm down to hang with him, bang with him, and ain't gon' change. I'm that same nigga. Active, don't play no games, we get crackin'. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get crackin'. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Yeah, that, we active, nigga. Pretty Tiny Max, yeah, that. Double M gang. A to the A to the A. Yeah, that.
Nightwood and that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My name is Spider Low.
Spider Loke, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county. What the fuck? My nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nightwood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nightwood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, cred.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!